morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of voice of radio. So today we've got news about Lost Origin. Banter Toys over in Australia has gone and put up a description of the set. And weirdly enough, this actually tells us more about the set than what we got the other day. Remember the other day there was the Build and Battle Stadium from Astral Radiance was put up on the official Pokemon Center US website with the back of the Lost Origin Build and Battle Stadium, which is how we were first told about the set. If anybody's wondering when the big reveal is going to be coming, Tuesday is my prediction. I'm expecting the Japanese set Lost Abyss to be revealed officially tomorrow, that is Friday the 24th. And if we assume that it's going to go like Astral Radiance, which is a pretty fair assumption to make, then that means that the Tuesday afterwards, which will of course be Tuesday the 28th, is when we're going to get the big proper reveal of Lost Origin. That is not confirmed, but judging by everything we've seen so far, I think those are very sensible prediction dates. But what we've got here is a proper description of the set, including something that we've known all along because it had to be. Surpass the point of no return. As the boundary between dimensions tears apart, Giratina VSTAR plunges the world into the abyssal shadow of the Lost Zone. While Aerodactyl VSTAR harnesses this distorted power, Magnezone, Drapion, Hisuian Gudra and Hisuian Zoroark also appear as Pokemon VSTAR to show off their astonishing skills, joined by Kyurem VMAX. Above the shadows, Enamorous V and Radiant Gardevoir conjure up dazzling magic in the Sword and Shield Lost Origin expansion. And it features over 190 new cards, 3 brand new Radiant Pokemon, 6 awesome Pokemon V-Star, 14 powerful Pokemon V and 1 enormous Pokemon V-Max, 30 cards with the special art in the Trainer Gallery subset, and more than 15 trainer cards. And the good news is, from everything we already know, we can deduce a bunch of what's going on here. But we need to start off with the Lost Zone coming back, which, on the one hand, yes, I called that from the minute we heard Lost Abyss, and on the other hand, it's another one of those predictions that was pretty easy to make. Because as I've told you in a bunch of videos, we've only ever had 2 sets in the Pokemon TCG that had Lost in the title. We had Lost Link, which was a set that brought in the Lost Zone over in Japan, and then we had Lost Thunder that brought it back in English. They're the only sets that have ever had Lost in the title. So when we had Lost Abyss and then Lost Origin revealed, there were basically 2 options. Either Pokemon have clumsily named the set with Lost in the title, despite the fact they've only ever done that with a Lost Zone before and they know what we're going to think, or they're putting Lost in the title because it's bringing the Lost Zone back. And the people that do all this over at the Pokemon Company are clearly very good at what they do. They clearly know a redonkulous amount about the Pokemon TCG, and they know what putting Lost in the title of a set means to the Pokemon players. So I never really thought it was realistic, even a little bit, that they would call the set Lost Abyss and then Lost Origin and not put the Lost Zone in the set. That never made any sense to me. The people that do this are paying way too much attention, and of course that's exactly what's happened. It is a Lost Zone set. Now, the Lost Zone, for those of you that may be unfamiliar, is basically like a second discard pile from which stuff doesn't come back. It initially came around in the Platinum expansion. We saw cards like Giratina and Giratina Level X, which is why I always equate the Lost Zone with Giratina, and why I predicted this would be a Giratina set. But then we also saw stuff like Dialga, that you flip a coin to, you get tails, and for each head, put an energy from the defending Pokemon into the Lost Zone. And it's one of those things that's kind of come around and gone away and then come back. Because we saw it in Call of Legends with cards like the Relicanth, which has some of the best, well, at least my favourite artwork we've ever seen. And you'll notice a lot of the cards from Call of Legends actually had the Lost Zone, that black hole, call it what you will, on the artwork. These are the cards that came from the Lost Link set over in Japan. So Pachirisu and Snorlax are other real favourites of mine. And then it went away for a very long time before coming back in Lost Thunder. And we saw cards like, Jumpluff with Lost March, which was pretty gosh darn good. But it didn't last very long. We had a bunch of cards in Lost Thunder. And then we had Whimsicott, and I suppose Cottony, with Lost March in Cosmic Eclipse. And that was about it. There was a promo Alolan Marowak, which did have some Lost Zone stuff going on. And obviously the Prism Star Pokemon went to the Lost Zone. But honestly, it's been kind of rare. There's not been a huge amount of Lost Zone. We had a little bit with Platinum and then the Heart Gold Soul Silver sets. We had a little bit with Lost Thunder and a tiny bit with Cosmic Eclipse. And then it went away again. And we have had no Lost Zone for the entirety so far of the Sword and Shield block. And Lost Origin is going to be Sword and Shield 11. And it's finally coming back, which is awesome. Expect attacks that put Pokemon into the Lost Zone and things of that nature. Now, what else have we been told? Well, we've been told about Giratina VSTAR, which isn't a surprise because what we saw on the back of the Build and Battle Stadium shows us Giratina on all of the artwork. And again, I thought Lost Zone, I said Giratina. This was something that could have been predicted. Now, Aerodactyl and Drapion VSTAR, they're actually new unrevealed cards. As a side note, Lost Origin is basically going to be Lost Abyss and the mini set Dark Phantasma, which came out a little while ago. So, basically, anything in this set, we've either already seen from Dark Phantasma, or it's going to be in Lost Abyss. That kind of has to happen. There's not really any other option there, because there is no other set. Although there are some exceptions, we'll get to them in a moment. So this is all rather awesome. There's going to be an Aerodactyl and a Drapion. I'm sure we'll see them soon. Now, as for Magnezone, Hisuian Goodra, and Hisuian Zoroark, they are the free V-Star that came around in Dark Phantasma, so this shouldn't be any kind of a surprise to anyone. We knew this was coming. This had to come, because it had to be in this set. What is slightly confusing to me, one thing that I do find extremely interesting, is there's 6 V-Star in the set. Now, we know that there's 3 that we're getting from Dark Phantasma. That is to say, your Hisuian Zoroark, your Hisuian Goodra, and your Magnezone. And we actually know that the 3 coming from Lost Abyss are Darkrai, Aerodactyl, and Drapion, because they literally tell us in this description. But we're also getting Kyurem VMAX, which is a little bit interesting to me, because generally the sets we see over in Japan have 2 V-Star and 1 VMAX, or 3 V-Star. But it is worth pointing out Lost Abyss is a main set and not a double set. So it's going to work very much like we saw with Starbirth, which is to say there will be 4 of them, 3 V-Star and 1 VMAX. The V-Star will be Giratina, Aerodactyl, and Drapion, and the VMAX will be Kyurem. What that means is, don't expect any other V-Star or VMAX. I've just told you who all 6 of the V-Star are going to be in Lost Origin, and I've just told you what the VMAX is. We already knew that. There are no others coming. Don't expect any others in Lost Abyss or in Lost Origin. They are the only ones you're going to get. Now, we're also told Enamorous V is coming, which, again, is not new. We knew that because Enamorous V is in Dark Phantasma, so that was always going to happen. And we do know a couple of other Pokemon V that are coming. We know we are getting both Gallade and Hisuian Electrode, and we know that they're coming because they were in Dark Phantasma. There will be a bunch of other Pokemon V that don't have V-Star and V-Max that are in Lost Abyss that will be brought into this set. We just don't know what they are at the moment. We'll find out. I mean, the actual full set reveal for every card in Lost Abyss should be happening 2 weeks from tomorrow. So we will know very soon what all these cards are. In terms of the Radiant Pokemon, we already know what they are. They are the 3 Radiant Pokemon that came around in Dark Phantasma. So we've got Radiant Gardevoir, Radiant Hisuian Sneasler, which is a little bit of a mouthful, and Radiant Steelix. There are no other Radiant Pokemon, they are the three. Remember, Radiant Pokemon in Japan at the moment are only coming out in mini sets, not main sets. So, although there were 3 of them in Dark Phantasma, there aren't any in Lost Abyss. Although we didn't expect to see any in Lost Abyss, it has now basically been confirmed, because any that were in Lost Abyss would be in Lost Origin, like Giratina VSTAR is in Lost Abyss and will be in Lost Origin. So the fact that there's only 3 Radiant Pokemon, and we have to get the 3 from Dark Phantasma, tells us that there aren't going to be any in Lost Abyss. That is all but confirmed. And then the other interesting piece of news here is that there is going to be a 30-card Trainer Gallery subset. But then again, we had one of those in Brilliant Stars, and we had one of those in Astral Radiance, and I hate to ruin the surprise for you lovely ladies and gentlemen, but whatever Sword and Shield 12 ends up being called, we're going to have one in there as well. Remember, we had all of these cards, a lot of them came from VMAX Climax, that just didn't make their way over here. And essentially what's happening is that they're making their way over here very slowly, and they're happening in the subset, in these Trainer Gallery subsets. I don't know which cards are going to be in there. We have no way of knowing. Sorry about that. I feel pretty confident we are going to get a pair of cards, a pair of gold cards, and that it's either going to be Rayquaza and Duraludon, or it's going to be Mew and Pikachu, but I don't know which one it's going to be. It's going to be one of them. I have absolutely no idea which one it's going to be. Maybe this is a set where we finally get the Charizard character rare. Maybe it's not. Maybe this is a set where we finally get that amazing Kricketune drawn by Hagenosuke. Or maybe it's not. I don't know is the honest answer, and this one's kind of hard to predict. Like, I can tell you that we're going to get the special art of Enamorus, because we have to, because Enamorus is in the set, but I can't tell you what's going to be in the Trainer Gallery subset. I think it's likely that the rest of the full art supporters are going to be in there. So, in Astral Radiance, we got half of the gym leaders. We got ourselves Alistair, Bea, Melanie, Milo, and Piers. So, I think it's fair to say that the other 5 are going to end up being in this set. I think we're going to get Kabu, and Raihan, and Opal, and Gordy, and Nessa, and I think that's a fair prediction. But there's no reason why they couldn't put those 5 cards off until we get to the next set, until Sword and Shield 12. So I don't really know is the honest answer, but we'll find out as we go along. For now, that is about what we know and what we can deduce. We know a bunch from the description, and we know a bunch because we know Dark Phantasma is going to be in there, but it is almost certain at this stage that the initial reveal of Lost Abyss is actually going to happen tomorrow, so check back tomorrow when I can tell you a whole bunch of stuff about Lost Abyss. But also later, because, you know, there's going to be a second video today. There's always a second video. For now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think about all of this. I want to know your predictions. I want to know anything you want to tell me. So let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCG Radio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.